shred them into the sheep food area. Oh, slow down, slow down, slow down. Because the other thing is to use a TMR mixer, but once again, I don't know if the TMR mixers will accept the stuff, the clover, because they're strictly speaking designed to create TMR, which is grass silage and hay and straw. And a lot of equipment doesn't accept what it's not designed to accept. That can be a problem. And since we only started farming agency version of the map at the beginning of this game year, although the series episodes stretch back to the beginning of the series, but yeah, since I've only been playing it this year, I don't have all the information. It would be good to know. Maybe we'll do a turnaround and do the rest of this portion rather than making the cut through wider. Then we'll perform another cut through from the other end. And yeah, I said before, cut-throughs would be easier if I had GPS. I decided not to get GPS on this. And adding GPS costs £25,000. And when we're starting out, we're saving money, so it wasn't a thing. I can eyeball a harvester fairly efficiently, and I can eyeball a seeder fairly efficiently, especially since seeders don't overplant unless it's a direct drill. Now we're using a direct drill, so it does overplant, which means it'll delete the seed you already planted and plant more, which doesn't make it efficient. Now using precision farming, that does make the sprayers and spreaders much more efficient, because they only spray and spread where you haven't been yet, unless you're on manual mode, in which they just dump their load all over the place, whether you've driven over it or not. But that's kind of useful, because it cuts back on your fertilizer costs. And you only have to fertilize once, so it cuts back on the field damage caused by wheels, especially if you get all your fertilizing done before or as you are planting. There we go. I'm going to take this down to where the truck is, and we'll jump over. Just not sure that section is the width of two harvester headers, or then we'll have to do a bad final cut through there, which is hard, 1/10 of the width of the header. That's where having GPS on a harvester does help. It's not so much the eyeballing the crop, it's the where to position your cut through in order to make it so that you're making the most efficient number of passes through the field. This is also why the JCB is running out of gas faster than everything else, because it's switched on for this whole time, because there's a worker in it on follow me, whereas the harvester, if I get too far away from it, will turn off. So yeah, I was paying absolutely no attention to the JCB, and I turned it off for follow me, and the engine immediately stopped. I sort of, oh, that's a bit off. I turned the engine on, and it said, nope, no diesel. So, he said, well, heck, I need to find some way to get diesel onto the field, and I don't have that. I could there's probably a what's it, 3-point hitch with a couple of barrels that I could put diesel in as a mod, but I don't think I've even got one of those downloaded from anywhere. The field trailer that I did buy, or field trailer that I did buy, is a mod I've used before in our what was it? That Swedish map, field mounting, and I used it on that. So I have that mod loaded, and I did check it off for this game save, although I really didn't have much of an intent to use it. It does come in useful. This is very close. I think at some point we are going to exceed the width of the header, and I'm going to have to come back and do at least part of the row again to finish it. This is taking some very precise steering. So yeah, prime goal this year is to again add more fields, and if there's anything left over, I might upgrade the harvester, possibly to the bigger Fendt or to the Class Tucano. Don't think I'm planning to go any bigger than that. Then we'll have to swap out all the headers and header trailers and everything, so it's... Shame, we've been using this. This is, I believe, the 4th year the farm's been in action. So this harvester served us well, 4 years. And it's not really too small, although it is noticeable on this field, doing a contract on this field. Yeah, it's taken us since 10 o'clock this morning. It's 8 o'clock in the evening. So we're already up to 10 hours harvesting. Maybe it was midday, I can't remember. But yeah, it's been, there we go, not wide enough, and I don't want a split. Do that. That's good. And this is where I turn around and discover from distance that actually we missed a ton. No, I'm not seeing any wheat images from long range, so I think it's just this stretch here. Really good. What are we doing with... oh, we changed that. We're up to 91%. Okay, so at this point I will raise the head. I'm going to have to bring the truck back down, because brake on, go find truck. There it is. Oh heck, let's turn the other way. Yeah, I can probably manage a cut through, but I really don't want to chance it. the field's getting narrower, shorter for each pass that we do. I'm still not sure. We'll make half a tank, I guess. Oh, there it is. I think we had about 4,000 litres in there, so we've only got room for 10 or 8.6. So I'm really not sure I would make another 4,000 litre. We'll find out. So we make the part cut in. Okay, lower the header, keep the throttle up so that we don't roll back. 180 degree path and go. So, little compass on the map. First digit is, or the first number is the angle that we're driving at, and since we're heading direct north-south on this field, I want to run at 180, close to. I still miss that mod in 17 which put that compass reading right at the top in the middle of the screen, which is more, I'm looking ahead of me up the screen at the path I'm taking. I may be aiming at a tree or something in order to help with that, but to have the compass readout on the top did mean that it's more in your field of view than down in white letters on the mini-map, and if you turn the mini-map off it disappears. Sometimes I like to turn the mini-map off because what I'm doing at the moment, I don't need the mini-map on, but I need it for that compass heading so I can keep the harvester rows straight. So we could have done the cut through. We're only up to 2600, 2700. We'd probably have been full by the time we reach the end here. But, oh well. That one's done. So how much have we got left of this? There's a bit up there, but it's... I don't know if I've got enough grain carts to completely do this field, or if we're going to have to make one more trip to the store. I'll take both the truck and the tractor to the store, and we'll play a guessing game of which one we need to unload in order to complete the contract and keep as much of the grain as we can. So obviously I don't want to, it's not really my grain, but I don't want to pour more than the game requires me to pour, because everything else is additional income from the contract. The contract itself's 46-ish thousand. So we're going to probably end up with over 190,000 at the end of this. Actually, selling the bales, we'll probably end up with 210. Random guess. And then what? Then I could look at buying a field. It would be nice to get a small field or a big field. Nearly 200,000 or over 200,000. We could get a big field, but it would be nice to get a largish field and get to preparing it for the crop next year. Right now we have 2 fields prepared, The field directly in front of us beyond the hedgerow, that's ours, and I'm planning canola in that for this year. I wanted to get this contract done before we did that. And then the field directly behind us across the lane is also ours, and we put, hold on, which way? No, the one in front of us, oilseed radish. We're going to put sunflowers in that next spring. So I'm not going to be working that field. The one behind us we put digestate in, and that one we're going to plant with canola as soon as it's canola planting season. Probably that's not far off. Control S. It's canola planting season. Yeah, that's beginning of fall, so we're not doing that quite yet. We could plant barley, but not going to. And then sunflowers you can't plant until spring. So I put oilseed radish in the field that I want to plant sunflowers in, just because it'll protect the soil. Real life farming, it would protect the soil from erosion over the winter. But the other field will be planting canola in before winter, and so the canola will protect the soil. Also, I don't know how much how much nitrogen canola needs. I know that sunflowers only need about 100 litres per hectare or whatever it is. You're going to freeze? Nope. Handbrake. Thank you. So anyway, let's thread our way through the bales. This trailer's 48,000 litres. It is going to take us a long time to get it filled. And which is why I bought it. Typically, I probably shouldn't be driving it on the field, because you shouldn't be driving trucks on the field. But also with contracts, I tend not to ship to the barn. I could do something crazy like ship to the barn, unload into my silo, and then load into a semi-truck to take it to the store. But that's so much extra work, and since workers aren't particularly bright, this is probably the easier way to do it. So that's what we're doing. Anyway. This will take, even having got us to the final 15%, this will take us a while. But I do stream most of Saturday mornings unless something else is happening. So I think the next happening is the 31st. We've got an event. I think it's around lunchtime, early afternoon. So stream on that Saturday will be shortened. And I do have a vacation booked for August, so I won't be able to stream on that weekend. But outside of that, I'm not aware of any events on Saturdays. Obviously tomorrow is Thanksgiving, Independence Day, but it's also a Sunday, so our church is having a family day. We can't do fireworks this year because our fireworks guy retired last year. He actually retired the year before, but he said he would continue to do the churches on his roster. But then last year, COVID, he was shut down. The ATF apparently has changed the rules on professional fireworks event planners, and so he just said he couldn't be messing around with all the new rules. So he's 100% retired. We did put in questions, and for a small display, $30,000, we said, yeah, that's not something a church should be sending its money on. So we're probably never going to have a fireworks display again at the church. But as I said, since tomorrow is the 4th of July, the church has decided to have a family day, so we all get together as family and do things, and there's volleyball and stuff set up for the kids to do, while the adults all sit in the hall in the air-conditioned coolness and talk about stuff. Monday is home improvement store shopping day, because I don't have to work on Monday. Actually, Monday I will be streaming first thing in the morning again, because traditionally my Saturday stream is Saturday plus holidays. So early in the morning on Thanksgiving Day, Christmas Day, New Year's Day, all of those I will stream the same time that I do on a Saturday. And since Monday is the my company's holiday for Thanksgiving, I will be streaming Monday morning for a few hours and then doing other stuff. I'm really not sure I'm going to be doing any yard work today, because it's overcast. I don't know if it's going to rain, but it's overcast, so there's the potential that might be a thing that happens. But I can go shopping to Lowe's, Home Depot, and all the other fun, manly places to shop and buy some stuff for the yard. I want to get a small dump trailer for the lawn tractor, so we can trim the hedges and what have you and move that debris to the back of the house. And I'm also thinking about a tow behind sprayer, because our driveway is covered in grass and weeds. I think the easiest way to deal with that, since I can't really run a lawnmower on it because little stones and high-speed projectiles when you do that, I'm thinking a sort of tow-behind sprayer with a small boom would work fairly well for that. I should possibly have done return on that left patch, but oh well. At least we're on the right side for the truck. That's the shopping plan. In fact, I'll probably go and buy the bits, because I've read the sprayer takes about 2 hours to assemble, so I'll probably go and buy that today, because there's still going to be sales on, so yay sales and discounts. And I can do cutting the grass and spraying the driveway and all that stuff on Monday, hopefully, as there's thunderstorms, you know, who knows, that always happens. Oh, don't know. Oh, that's the problem. It's not that what I thought was happening there was, there we go. I was still pushing the accelerator, and the stop mod kicked in, which stops the harvester and extends the pipe. But then I was still accelerating forward, and so it went through a sort of a pedal reset phase and then drove off. But no, it's actually gravity, and as I said, the advanced driving mod, whatever I'm running, extended driving mod, that the harvester stops, but there's not enough time for the handbrake to engage, and so it just starts rolling down the hill after that. I'm not sure I like that change, but it is what it is, and I don't have a previous version of the mod saved for me to go back to. So we will just... Where are you going? Dude. JCB doing strange stuff, okay. I mean, I didn't do any turning there, so I'm not sure what he's playing at by doing... no, because he doesn't detect stuff on the ground. He is literally just following where the harvester went. Unless, me reversing might have put a kink in the follow me course. I'm trying to think what else I've heard about Farming Simulator 22. Obviously there's the new sort of 3D graphics thing, which isn't deformable terrain, it's just a better texture of terrain to make it look more 3D. Yeah, that's nice. I know some of the map modders have worked on terrain textures to make them look more realistic anyway. I've got a system that will run with that, so I'm not really fussed about that, but what I'm really interested in is gameplay rather than visuals. And equipment, really. Yeah, I don't care if I have a 200 horsepower Fendt tractor, Massey class, whatever. You know, a tractor is a tractor. I know some people have brand loyalty, but I'll use the tractor that is most applicable to the job I'm looking for, or I have planned for it. And you know, same with all the cultivators and stuff. Now there's some specific things. I know if you're doing something like a survival series where you're using, you know, really basic equipment, you know, 2-meter cultivators, 2-blade plows, that type of thing, and you want a 30 horsepower tractor, that's not in the game. And so you're going to have to search mods for that. And I did a playthrough on Ungertsheim with an old 2-wheel Zeta tractor that had about, I think I want to say it had about 80-90 horsepower. Wasn't a lot,